Hello guys, hope you are well. I'm so sorry that I'm late. I hope you can hear me actually, because as you can hear I'm actually near the creek and we're like walking by lots of people who are trying to sell stuff. Let me know if the sound is okay. I'm sorry I'm late. We were in the Gold Souk and it was so busy and crazy. I just didn't want to go online because it would have been absolutely crazy and noisy. But so we've kind of come down a side street. And we're currently in Old Dubai. I definitely recommend if you get a chance to come here. I guess it probably contributes to the whole On Your Way to 30k challenge, because the whole idea is that I'm looking to buy a gold necklace, and I've checked out the prices in Dubai in the Souk Medinat, and I've just come down now here to see if it's any cheaper, because it is like the old part of Dubai and sometimes you get good deals in gold. That's definitely one thing I'll talk to you about probably on day 3, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, where I'll talk about 5 ways to save more money. So first of all, I want to say a huge welcome to the challenge. It's the On Your Way to 30k challenge, and it'll be 3 days, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. Today we're going to look at how to set smart financial goals and get into the money mindset. Tomorrow we're going to look at your Create 30k in 2 years plan, money plan, savings plan. And then on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, then we're going to look at 5 ways to earn tons more and 5 ways to save tons more. So a huge welcome. Let me know you're here. Do say hi. Let me know how is the sound. Hope the quality is okay. I'm doing it on my data. I'm not doing it on Wi-Fi. It may actually work better for me this time. So I'm down here with my aunt and my mum. We're just shopping. Let me know. Say hi. Send me some love. Let me know that you're here. First of all, I want to give you a little bit about me. As you know, my name is Circa Coyle and I'm the founder of Empowering Expat Teachers. And it is my mission to empower you to live a personally, professionally and financially rewarding life. I'm really sorry, we're getting hounded by people to come and look. So I created this savings challenge. I had a lot of people get in touch with me before in the past asking, how I save so much and what, they can do as well. Hey Suze, how are you? Yeah, no, it's really cool. It actually really reminds me of Qatar with the Souk Waqif. Hey Noelle, how are you? So, hope the sound is okay. So basically my life, I've been teaching abroad for 6 years. I was 4 years in Qatar, and this is currently my 2nd year in Dubai. And so far I've been so lucky, I've been so fortunate. And I managed in Qatar, I managed to save 100,000 euros, which I used to buy my house in Ireland. And at the moment, at the moment I'm currently in Dubai, and yes, I have to say Dubai is so much more expensive than Qatar is. So in both times I have made a conscious effort to save, but particularly in Dubai, I've really had to make a conscious effort. I really have had to, kind of be, choose where I go to and everything else, because Dubai can be incredibly expensive and hard to save. Okay, but I do things. I take the metro, etc. So, and I don't go to brunches all the time, so that sort of helps. But yeah, basically so far, probably in Dubai, I've been quite lucky. Probably last year, I'd say I saved over 30k. Yeah, probably 37,000, and I'm hoping this year to double that at least, because I do want to buy a property in Spain. So I've already a property in Ireland, I want to buy one in Spain. So basically the reason why I'm telling you this story is just to give you an idea of where I'm coming from, and also the more important things I've said to you there is that I have goals. You see that I have goals. That is definitely one thing I would say. So to start off, to day 1, we're going to talk about setting smart financial goals and getting to the money mindset. I'm really sorry, I'm live and I've no laptop, so I've written down in my notes here. That's definitely one thing I would say. So you've heard of the SMART goals. So the idea that it's specific, it's a measurable goal, it is achievable or attainable, it's realistic or relevant, and it's timed. So that for me is the most important thing. Do let me know. Hi Fern, how are you? Hi Laura. Hi Emma. Hope you're all well. I did ask guys, those who signed up, some questions about yourselves. Why have you participated in this challenge? I know everyone wants to save money, but do think about what do you want to save for? Do share it with me in the group. At the moment, I am currently saving to invest more money to sort my pension out. As you know, I'm a follower of Andrew Hallam. So the 2 things I'm saving for this year, first of all, I'm trying to get more money into my investment account that I have with Internax, which is formerly TD International. It's one of the online brokers that Andrew Hallam recommends to invest yourself. because I want to put in a big massive lump sum, contribute every year for 30 years. So by the time I retire, I actually have a pension, because obviously I'm not working in Ireland or the UK. I won't have a pension. I refuse to invest in a lot of these like pension schemes abroad because they're not regulated. If you're in the Middle East, there's less regulations, and they end up, a lot of the time, any profit you make in the stock market is eaten up by the broker's fees or by the financial salesperson's fees. Hi, Brian. Hi, Brian. Sorry, are you all right? Hi, from RAC. Super. So that's one thing I'm saving up for. That's my one goal. I'm giving myself maybe 2 more years to put in as much as I can, a big chunk lump sum, within reason, and then contribute then less if I ever decide to leave. I often would contribute in the same monthly amounts, but give myself a good head start. Hi, Emma. I use Internax. It was formerly TD International. It's one of the few that Andrew Hallam recommends. He also recommends Saxo and AES, I think, as well. But do check out his website or his book, or he'll give you loads of information. Hi, Rachel. How are you? Also, the second thing I'm saving up for is I really want, eventually in the future, I do want to retire to Europe. I want to go back to Europe. If I get married with kids, I want to be in Europe. I love European way of life and living, but I do want to go somewhere that's sunny. So I'm looking to buy a property in Spain. I know some of you, so I saw my post, my personal Facebook page, I asked about, good places near Valencia to live in. I'm looking at Valencia, I'm looking at Denia, Altea and Javia. So that is something I'm looking at, and that's another goal of mine. Again, I'm giving myself maybe 2 years to save up a really decent deposit so I don't have to get a huge mortgage. I really don't want to get into debt. I really don't want to pay interest to banks that I don't have to. At the moment, the Spanish properties prices are quite low, but I know they're going up. So I'm actually, in April, I'm going back for like that March-April break we have. I'm going back to look at properties and estate agents and start, showing interest and getting my mortgage sorted for that. But ideally one that I can pay back pretty quickly, but a big huge deposit to, So that's examples of my goals. Okay, so what about yourselves? Are you guys saving up? Why do you want to save 30k? Let me know. Obviously 30k is the minimum you go for 2 years. You can obviously save a lot more. But is it, for example, do you want to put towards a deposit for a house or apartment? For somewhere to live in your home country? Is it for a place here? Is it for a deposit in a holiday home? Is it to save so that they always say you should have 3 to 6 months of savings in your bank in case anything should happen. You lose your job or something unfortunate happen. Is that what you want to do? To have your financial cushion? Do some of you want to travel a bit more? Do you want to study, do a master's in the future? Is that why you're saving? Is it because you maybe want to leave teaching in the next few years and you want to have a lump sum or something to set up a new career? Perhaps you want to start your investing for your pension in the future. Let me know, why do people want to save? Why do you guys want to save? What is the whole reason for it? But that is really important. You need to write down what your goals are. 3 to 5 usually is what people recommend, and it doesn't just have to be for financial. I'm talking about financial goals. But how many years do you plan to do? It's a good idea to have a plan. I know it happens if we come here for a year or two, we end up staying for 7. But roughly, what's the max you could do here? And then what I would do is have your, a vision board. Hey Rachel, for a wedding. Oh, that's excellent. That's a super reason why. What I would always do, and I have always done myself, once you have your goal, super, excellent. Definitely, I completely recommend always clear your debt first if you can. As much of your debt as possible as you can, and then start your saving. Excellent. Well done. Yeah, the pension. Those online brokers, I do believe you can use back in the UK as well. So what I would do then is, once you have your goals, so I have, for example, I always want to do a master's, I wanted to have a house in Europe, I wanted to have a house in Ireland, if anything ever happens I have somewhere to live. I also wanted to set up this kind of like expat community. So what I would do, once you have your goals, you have 3 to 5, including the figure, I would make a vision board. Okay, I've always done that. So you have your pictures up of what you want to achieve. Have it somewhere that you see it every single day. You might also have it, you can actually have an app on your phone to have a vision board. You can also print it out and put it in your pocket, have it in your wallet. Oh, you need to visualize and imagine. I know I sound a bit like hippie-ish, but I really recommend, I really think it does work. If you do visualize it happening, it oftentimes will. But you have to have constant inspiration. to inspire you. Why am I saving this? Like, why am I not going to this, the fourth brunch this month? Why am I taking the metro instead of getting a taxi? Like, why am I doing these things? You always need a reason why you need to save, okay? Hey, Kay. Hey, Lisa. So that's really, really important. You always need to visualize it, have it actually physically, picture of it there. Now, if you're saving for something like a master's or for a house, or, I'm giving the figure of 30k, but if I were you and if you're saving for a house or an apartment, I definitely would go on the websites, whether it be, daft.ie if you're in Ireland, if it's the Right Move in the UK, or whatever the website might be. Go and get a picture of your ideal house, rough idea, how many bedrooms, where it's going to be located, what you want, and have that like sum in your head. And then as expats, we generally need to have 30% of the deposit, at least 30%. I've heard of 40, 50% in comparison to people at home. So with that, have that figure in your head, and then break it down, divide it by how many years you plan to stay, and that'll give you a rough idea of how much you might have to save for that deposit, okay? I would definitely recommend that you want to cross over? Yeah? I would definitely recommend, sorry, my poor family are waiting for me. I would definitely recommend that you be realistic. You're obviously not going to save your whole salary. So if that's the case, then why not look for something a bit cheaper? Look for something a bit less expensive. Maybe one less bedroom. Maybe in a a cheaper area of where you want to buy. Also, do look at places like if you registered alsop.ie, or also in the UK, they have like repossession properties that you can look up. I know I've seen there's websites called property under 50k, properties under 100k. And you can see that around the world where these properties are. Another thing I would say as well, join International Living. It's something really inspiring for me. It's basically for people who are retired, but it's actually quite inspiring because they have a free newsletter and they do like a little focus on different countries. So, for example, if you retired to Thailand, you could live off 20k a year, or Mexico or something, and then actually makes you feel, it's viable. I could actually retire early and live off this or whatever. So that's quite inspiration as well. I definitely would have a figure in your head, an idea in your head, break it down to like how many years you're going to stay, break it down by 12 to see how much every month you should save. And then from that, then you can start creating kind of realistic financial goals. Okay. Hi, Julie. How are you? Excellent. I am starting to try some. Oh, I have to say, I'll let you know actually, Julie, as I do more work myself, because I'm looking at that kind of thing myself too. That's something I'm sussing out myself at the moment. Like, I'm not a qualified financial advisor, so I won't give you any advice, but I will let you know how I get on. Because I can see you can get like a mortgage here, or you could get a mortgage perhaps. It's over here. It's a bit quiet over here. You could get a mortgage. I often think it's better off getting one in Spain or one in your home country or one here, and then you have to stay for so many years. That's what I'm researching myself at the moment. I'll let you know what I find out when I start to kind of do it in more detail. Oh, Lisa, husband wants a mansion. Oh my goodness, that is like hashtag expat life, eh? Good. Hi, Katie. Hi, yeah, Julie. Sorry, I can't be more help. But you know what? Definitely go on if a Facebook thing from your home country. I often see in Dubai Irish Exchange, they ask other people and they give advice about what the broker they use to buy a house in Ireland. So if you're like British or Scottish or Canadian or whatever, maybe go on like Scots in Dubai. I know that's not the name of it, but there's something similar like that where you can find out. Okay, and they ask the questions there perhaps and see. Yes, the second thing now I want to talk about is getting into the money mindset. So if any more questions, stick them in the group. Thank you guys. We're just talking about creating smart financial goals. Okay, that we said specific, measurable, attainable, achievable, realistic, and timed. Okay, so definitely have your time frame. So I'm just crossing the road here. These lights change really quickly, so I may have to run. Then the next thing about getting to the money mindset, and actually what I've already said about creating your vision board and having your daily inspiration, that is something that definitely will get you into the money mindset. I feel that people, this is my own experience, right? This is not like research, this is just from my own personal experience. Sometimes because we're teachers, oh super Brian, excellent. Sometimes I feel as teachers sorry. Sometimes as teachers, I think because we're, in expat world, and we're living out in Dubai or wherever we're living, and abroad. Sometimes in the terms of hierarchy of expat pay or Western expat pay or high expat pay, we tend to get like a lower salary, or we're in the lower scale of like educated professions. Sometimes I know, like we all know people, engineers earn a lot more maybe, or we know construction people, construction managers. We know people set their own businesses, and they earn lots more than we do. Okay. And sometimes then we think, because we earn less, we're not going to save as much. Well, actually, we have as much chance of saving as anybody else. I have had friends who earn way more than me and have not saved as much because, you live the high life. You don't plan for the future. You think, I'll always have this money. And maybe in their home country, they will earn a higher salary. Like we earn significantly more here than maybe we would in our home country. So,
are we getting up now?
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, sure. Okay. So, sorry, we're going in the Abra now. I hope the sound is okay. So with that, oftentimes we think because we're earning lower salary that perhaps, we're not going to save as much. Get that completely out of your mind. Like in 4 years, I saved 100k and I still did amazing trips. I went on safari, I went to Cuba, I went to Nepal, I went, to so many different places. You absolutely can save it. Sorry, I'm getting onto the Abra here. So if I fall into the water, you know what's happened to me. Hi, up there, okay. Sorry, I'm told to change. He's going to be in my thing. So, it's absolutely perfectly possible to like save that much completely. So don't ever think because you are, you're lower in salary that you won't save as much.
I have three.
Now I hope you can hear me with the engine. But another thing I would say as well, and it comes again with what we did in the Teach Abroad Toolkit, the fact that you need to look up your schools to get the best package for you. That's been a huge factor for me personally, is the fact that I've looked up, I've really researched my schools, I've talked to people, maybe you tend to go for the not-for-profit because that usually is a better package. So that's the things you can do to, first of all, ensure you earn more. But I'll go into more detail about that on Tuesday, where I talk about 5 ways to earn more and 5 ways to save tons more. So yeah, definitely do not think because we're in a lower end of the expat. I mean, if you think about it, if you calculate what we earn, like we get accommodation paid, sometimes bills paid, shipping paid, a ticket home paid. If you added all that up, like literally you'd be earning like, I think 50,000-60,000 dirham a year if you include everything. And if someone at home was earning that much after tax, you would think, wow, they're minted, like they're going to have so much money, they're going to be, they're incredibly wealthy. So we definitely are too. We're like incredibly fortunate, and we're definitely able to make huge savings on that. Okay, and I will go into more detail later on over the challenge about how you can, save more and everything else. But absolutely, please get into that mindset that you deserve to save. You don't, a lot of us don't want to teach abroad forever. So we need to start making the provisions so that we don't have to do that. I mean, another factor I think looking at it from me as well is the fact that being abroad, you have had to sacrifice a lot of things. You've had to miss family weddings, miss nieces, nephews, miss family relations, miss funerals. So for me personally, because I miss out on a lot of these things, there has to be like a reason why I'm here. I have to have something to show for it as a result. I don't want to go back broke. I don't want to go back with less than I expected to save. Like I have sacrificed a lot of things and, missed out on a lot of things. So therefore, in order to get, be financially secure. So for me, it's really important that I have something to show for it. Okay, whether it be savings or, a house, being able to do a master's or whatever. Okay. Hi, Lisa. Yes, great question, Lisa. Yes, absolutely, completely. It's such a popular place now that they no longer have to be competitive here. Absolutely. There's so much less than Doha. I mean, like starting salaries, I've heard of people starting in 8,000, which was completely unheard of in Doha. Even as an NQ2, you wouldn't start at 8,000. So yeah, it's such a popular place. Like everyone, reality TV stars come here, famous people come here. It's a great place. It's so amazing. You don't necessarily need to be competitive. People will just come here just to say they live here. So I think it has definitely, but actually around the Middle East that's happening. I think with the oil running out, I believe with, the popularity of the place, the packages here are starting to go down. I think China is the next big place, I would say. Sorry guys, you probably can't hear me now. Hi Brian, I use, do you want to see what I'm looking at? We're on the boat. I use Andrew Hallam. Read his book and read up on it yourself, absolutely. But I use Internax, but I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I'm just giving you some advice about how I've saved. I'm not a financial expert at all. Okay? But definitely I would recommend that you read Andrew Hallam's book and hear what he says. It's just brilliant. I bought the new one actually, and I'll do a review on it. Okay guys, if you have any questions, stick them on. I'm going to go now because I don't think you can hear me with the noise. I do apologise. But let me know if you have any questions. So your homework for tonight is 1, set your SMART goals. I want 3 to 5 SMART goals. I want you to write them down, make them specific, give them a time frame, give them are they realistic? I want you to create your vision board. I want you to put your pictures up of your goals, particularly your financial goals. I want you to visualize them and research them. Put this vision board somewhere you can see. I want you to start believing that you deserve to save that much. Seeing where you can cut some costs, taking the metro rather than the taxi. Is there anything you're doing that you don't really need? Any subscriptions you can cancel right now that you don't use? Amazon Prime, Kindle, any insurance you don't use that you could cancel. And then I also want you then to get into money mindset. Again, start thinking what you want to save and why you're here, and use that to inspire you to save. Okay, guys. Any questions? I'm going to come off now because it's super noisy, and I'm going to get something to eat. Stick them in the group, and I'll come on, and I'll be on for 10 more minutes or so, and you can see my answers. This will only be up for. Woohoo! Hi, Sarah. Oh, thank you. Honestly, you can do it. If I can do it, anyone can. But it just takes some planning and effort. This will be up for 24 hours. If you have registered with me already, which a lot of you have, I think we'd 70 people, which is amazing. I will send you the link to watch this video for a further 24 hours if you've already registered. So you've got 48 hours to check it out. Okay, guys.